मेरी बियर मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SSC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल। %100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो। ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज।
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहरे कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें। फलक मार्केटिंग।
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे। हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे।
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો। ઓ વાહ
Kevaya, oh Kevaya. يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال.
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SSC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल। 100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो। ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज।
school. We are the petals of the orchid school.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर व मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
Assalamu alaikum and welcome from DHA Sports Club, Moin Khan Academy. This is match number 17 and the last week of the group stages here in DSPL Season 6. Rajby are taking on Team Medicam. Medicam have lost the toss today. They have been asked to bat first by Team Rajby. The captain, Junaid Khalil, is out there opening the innings, and alongside him is a new opening partner. It's going to be the left-hander Danish Rehan in the absence of the regular wicketkeeper batter Abdul Basit Zaki. Gibran Said has taken the new ball once again. That has been a normality for Team Rajby in this campaign, and I think it has been a really good move. The move that has clearly worked for the men in red. Gibran Said with the new ball, and then the spinners coming in and making it difficult for the batters of the opposition in the second innings. Remember, both the teams have been unbeaten so far in this DSPL Season 6. They are part of Team Group A. Wrapped on the patch, this look full and given. Brilliant start from Gibran Said, and horrible time with the bat continues for Danish Rehan. Really has been promoted up the order in the first 3 matches. That didn't work. Tonight he was asked to open the innings, and straight away the first ball struck on the back pad. Gibran Said knew it straight away. So did the on-field umpire, and he had no hesitation in raising his finger. So a big wicket goes down in the very first over for Team Medicam. The opening experiment not working for the men in blue, as Danish Rehan walking back after a golden duck tonight.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते।
Ukasha coming in at number 3 is going to be facing Gibran Said. Once again, the ball just moving slightly away from the right-hander. And the wicketkeeper Imaduzia, I think he has done a pretty decent job by now standing up to the stump so that the batter won't be leaving their crease. So Brilliant start already from the men in red. It's down the leg side, well get by the keeper. It's going to be given as a wide, but at least he made sure that the ball doesn't go out of his reach. So, talking about these two sides, they have been unbeaten so far. Medicam playing their last match of the group stages, winning the first three comfortably. And talking about Rajby, well, they're having an excellent campaign as well. And they have won the first two matches while chasing down the target. So the captain, Nasser Nafiz, once again had no hesitation in opting to bowl first tonight as well. Good delivery, really good delivery. Just moving slightly away after pitching. There is something on this track for the fast bowler, that's for sure. He's making full use of that new cherry in his hand, Gibran Said. He has been a revelation for Team Rajby in this campaign. Opening the bowling with medium pace, not a big run up, but he has got that ball tailing both ways, and that's why he has been very effective too. Slightly wider this time, but not being able to get any bat whatsoever. Almost every fielder standing inside the inner ring. In fact, it's the first batting power play, remember, the first 4 overs, but you cannot see a fielder outside the inner ring. That's how much confidence the captain is feeling right now in this tournament. Opening the legs, was looking to attack on the leg side, but once again the ball just striking the pads and going absolutely nowhere. So brilliant start this from Gibran. Just a couple of runs and a wicket in it. One done, it's 2 for 1.
ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे, हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे.
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને. એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો.
After first over, and even now Rajby is experimenting a bit by giving the new ball to Mohib Suleiman from the other end. Starts off with a wide down the leg side, not kept by the wicketkeeper cleanly, so they're going to run one more run, so 2 wides will be added to the total. He has just bowled once so far in this tournament, Mohib Suleiman. I just get the feeling he bowled in the very first match towards the end of the innings, where he got a wicket and a run out in his last over. He has been outstanding in the field, though we have seen him taking some really good catches in the outfield, especially towards long on and long on. But tonight the captain has entrusted him with the responsibility to bowl well with the new ball, and he'll be hoping that he doesn't disappoint his skipper. Good ball, really good ball. He was staying on the back foot there, Okasha. The ball just came back in so sharply and completely took him by surprise. Remember, 5 teams have been divided into 2 groups of DSPL Season 6. Top 3 teams will be heading towards the Super 6 round, which will be starting next week. We already know which 3 teams will be qualifying from Group A. It's going to be these 2 teams, Medicam, Rajby and Alpha Labs, because Safe Pharma and Globe Tiles have been eliminated. Another one down the leg side will be given as a wide. Yes, it is. And if we talk about the Group B situation, the spot is still open. I mean, we still know which 2 teams have qualified from Group B. That's NJS Kazin and Little Darling Zubaidas. But the 3rd spot from Group B is still up for grabs. It can either be Delhi Boys, it can either be Team Island. This time that was much closer to the leg stump, and they still ran for it. So excellent running between the wickets. Might be given as a wide, no, leg byes. So Mohib is definitely getting that shape into the right-hander, but I just get the feeling he needs to start from outside the off stump. The delivery that he bowled to Ukasha earlier on in this over was a perfect one, and he'll be hoping that he can repeat that. Deep mid wicket in place. There is a fielder at deep fine leg now. He's rushing through his overs. Mohib Suleiman, he's not that tall, so pretty skiddy. He's rushing to the bat. The ball is rushing to the bat, so the batter is just finding it difficult to turn the ball against him. Square leg is standing pretty close to the batter. Inside the inner ring, there is a fielder at deep mid wicket, mid on and mid off both up. Fine leg, in fact, has now been asked to come back in. Long gone goes back, so we might see a fuller length delivery now. He does attempt that. The ball hits the pads and rolls back onto the stumps. Everything they have touched so far, Team Rajby have turned into gold. He soon realized that the short length wasn't working, so he's just bowled it slightly fuller. The swing was still there, the ball just hitting the pads and then hitting the stumps. So two openers, in fact two batters have gone out very cheaply tonight for Team Medicam. First it was Danish Shehan and now Ukasha walking back to the dugout. And Medicam with not many runs on the board are now already 2 down.
يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال.
मेरी बियर मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SSC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल. %100% natural.
So Abdul Basit Zaki is now out there at number 4. Unusual position for him because he usually opens the innings. Lapped on the pass. This looks close, but the umpire says there was some contact with the bat. As soon as the bowler turned around to make an appeal, the umpire started signaling there was some contact made. Beautiful delivery once again. Coming back in sharply. Well, to the naked eye, that looked close. Might have been angling down the leg side. Might have been contact with the bat, but Mohib Suleiman is asking all sort of questions from these batters, and he's proving to be too hot to handle. What a time he's having. What a night he's having. Going down the leg side. Fine leg. Doesn't cut that one off. It's not going to go towards the boundary ropes, but they're going to come back for a couple. Will it be leg buys? In fact, it's a wide, so 3 more extras added to the total. Well, we have hardly seen a run being scored off the bat in this over. 8 runs have come off it. All have come in the form of extras. Either they have been wides down the leg side or leg buys. Mohib Suleiman is putting up a show here tonight with the new ball. Abdul Basit Zaki is now standing outside the crease so that he can negate that swing. Just chipped away towards square leg. He's going to pick up a single. The first run has come from the bat in this over. A very eventful over comes to an end from Mohib Suleiman. 2 done. It's 11 for 2.
ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो. Grow it. Be a man. Professional series.
So both the new ball bowlers have now enjoyed a success. We saw Jabran Saeed getting a wicket of Danish Rehan in the very first over, and then Mohib Suleiman castling Ukasha. Jabran Saeed will continue once again. Fielder out there at long on and long off now for Abdul Basit Zaki as he drifts one down the leg side. Full toss worked away nicely, and this might be the first boundary of the innings. Not a good delivery this from Jabran Saeed, straying onto the pad, that too a full toss, just using his hands and helping the ball on its way. That's Abdul Basit Zaki. He wasn't opening the innings tonight for Team Medicam. Might have arrived late tonight at the ground. That's why he was asked to come at number 4. But this is the pair for Team Medicam that have generally scored runs at top of the order. Talking about Abdul Basit and the captain Junaid Khalil. They like facing on the challenge. They like facing on the new ball. They've scored so many runs together in the first 6 overs. They still have like 10 legal deliveries in this power play. Full and wide. Once again, nice, not kept cleanly by the wicket-keeper Imad Zia. Abdul Basit will look to return for the second run. He does. It's a wide again, so plenty of extra runs on offer for Team Medicam. This is the third time in this campaign that Medicam are batting first. Remember, they batted first in the first 2 matches of this tournament against Safe Pharma and Alpha Lab. Scored 183 and 153 respectively. Went on to win that game by not a big margin though. Won their third match last week against Globe Tiles, chasing it down. And with that, they also knocked out the men in purple. So they're back with their familiar territory by batting first. This is what they actually do as well if they win the toss. So they'll be hoping that they can put up runs on the board. But the fact that they have lost 2 wickets very early in the piece, they will be slightly on the back foot. But they still know that they have got some really good batters yet to come. We can see Umar Loya back in their colours. So he'll be a part of playing 11 today. So will be Umar Chawla and Safir. Safir Chaudhary, who didn't bowl in the previous match, is out here already. So he'll get some chance to bat as well. So still a lot of batting to come. Chipped in the air just past the diving fielder at backward point. And that will run away for 4 as well. That was slightly uppish. It was moving further away. He just went through with that stroke. Shayan Arfin dived towards his right, but the ball was just out of his reach. And in the process, Abdul Basit Zaki got another boundary to his name. So he's not afraid to play his strokes, Abdul Basit. That's what he usually does. He was amongst the runs in the previous match too at the top of the order. He has already scored a half century. So he'll be making sure that he doesn't let the opposition come harder against him or his captain at the other end. Might be another wide it is, so we saw Mohib Suleiman staying down the leg side in the previous over, and now Jabran Saeed just making sure that he bowls out tidy off some, but it's getting movement further away from the right-hander. He's not bowling with a longer run-up, just few steps before he is into his stride. Fuller driven straight, but Mohib Suleiman is out there at long go, so he's going to get a single though. Expensive over comes to an end from Jabran. Couple of boundaries on it. 13 runs came in that over. After 3, it's 24 for 2.
We are the petals of the orchid school. We are the petals.
So 24 for 2. Mohib Suleiman gets another over with the new ball. Once again, deep mid wicket and long on in place for Abdul Basit. I think this is a perfect field setting for someone like Abdul Basit, who likes to hit straight down the ground. He's a powerful striker of the cricket ball. He likes to pull, he likes to cut, but generally when the length is slightly fuller, he likes to take on the bowlers. Flipped away towards deep mid wicket. One thing is for sure, this is going to be a really interesting contest between the two sides who have been on top of their game so far. They are yet to lose a game, and up till now they have done almost everything right. Usually chasing is a little difficult in T20 format, but Rajby have managed to do it twice. Taking a step or two forwards, but the ball once again angling down, so it's a fourth over in the progress already, and Junaid Khalid, the skipper, has just faced a couple of deliveries out of it. So he's been enjoying all the action from the other end. He saw 2 wickets going down, and then Abdul Basit Zaki hitting 2 boundaries in the previous over, so he has been a little silent. We haven't seen a big score from the skipper so far in this campaign. Is it going to be his night tonight? But Rajby, they will be thinking if they can get this big fish here, Abdul Basit Zaki, out very early. You never know, they will be in a contest wrapped on the pads, but this time it was clearly angling down the leg side. Well, he's hit the pads on quite many occasions now, Mohib Suleiman. He's been doing an excellent job for his captain so far. He was batting outside the crease, so he knew straight away that the ball would have gone down the leg side. Nicely clipped towards fine leg. We'll get another single. So far they haven't tested him with the shorter pitch stuff. Abdul Basit, we saw him in previous seasons too, that he tends to struggle a bit when you can surprise him with a bouncer, because he's not that comfortable looking to pull or hook the ball. Even in that game against Globe Trials, Munib Habib did try to attempt a bouncer against him, which he went for the pull shot but got a leading edge, and the ball went over the keeper's head for a boundary. But you can sense that he wasn't expecting that one. Nicely bowled and nicely played, nicely towards mid-on. So the captain knows that he cannot afford to lose another wicket here. 5 runs coming in that over, 4 down. It's 29 for 2.
Of the Orchid School, we believe we achieve. Working hard, we receive. We believe we achieve. Working hard, we receive. We will touch the stars. It will happen soon. We will touch the stars. It will happen soon.
We are the Orchid School!
Orchid School. We are the battles of the Orchid School.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है
So the captain Mudassir Nafees is still persistent with the pace early on in the innings. Gibran Said will continue to operate with the new ball. That's going to be his third of the night. Once again inviting the batter forward to go for the drive. He's getting that shape away from the right-handers, and Mohib Suleiman on the other hand has been bringing everything back in. So they're being challenged from both ends, these batters. Walked away nicely towards the leg side. Will get an easy single, Junaid Khalid, and he also prefers batting alongside Abdul Basit Zaki because he knows that Abdul Basit Zaki can hit a boundary at will or even if a bad ball is delivered, so he can afford to take some time out there and he can afford to get relaxed a bit because he can trust his partner. He knows that even if the run rate is going to go down, Abdul Basit Zaki can cope up with it. He can get few boundaries and can get the scoring rate moving. Fuller hit hard, hit straight down the ground for a boundary. That's a beautiful stroke from Abdul Basit. The long on and long off, both the fielders were out there at the boundary ropes and they were pretty straight. But even then he is able to time that one straight back past the bowler. And tell you what, it wasn't far away from the bowler either. He was just looking to get into that position so that he can take that catch, but in the process the ball was already past him. That's how hard he struck that. Third boundary now for Abdul Basit. Solid connection once again, but this time towards long off where Mohib Suleiman was standing. So apart from the very first ball that struck his pads, he has been middling almost everything, Abdul Basit. And that's a good sign for Team Medicam, knowing the fact that they will be facing some really quality sides from Group B in the next round. Generally, Rajby has been excellent in the run chase. They chased down 147 in the very first match and they did 125 I guess in the second match, so they know if they can restrict the opposition to somewhere between 140 and 150, they will fancy their chances of winning it later on tonight. 6 runs in that over from Gibran, 5 done, is 35 for 2.
घर का स्टार, चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना, हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं।
Time for some spin, probably for the first time in the innings tonight. It's going to be Khizr Irfan, the left-arm Chinaman. Starts off with a shortish delivery that has been put away nicely towards deep extra cover. Now he's the kind of a bowler who can turn the ball both ways. He's going to look to turn the ball away from the right-handers generally, so that even if they will go for that sweep shot, they'll have to play against the turn. Now we all know how much Junaid Khalil loves to sweep that ball towards square leg and mid-wicket region. He does that straight away, finds the middle of the bat, but does he find a gap? He doesn't. Good fielding effort from the fielder at deep square leg. He only gets a single though, but we know what's coming up next. That's the ball I was talking about, the ball that just pitches and moves away from the right-hander. Generally, the fast bowlers and the spinners have bowled really well for Rajby in this campaign. The surprise element has been Gibran Saeed with the new ball, and the skipper, Mudassir Nafees, sweeping it in the air, sweeping it in the gap. Will run away for 4, no it doesn't. Excellent effort once again from fielder at deep square leg. He saves a couple of runs for his side. It was beautifully struck once again from Abdul Basit. Tried to take the aerial route, managed to placed it in the gap between square leg and mid wicket. But square leg moving to his left, making sure that he saves those 2 runs. Now goes for that switch hit, finds a gap. Excellent timing from Abdul Basit Zaki. That is improvisation from him, and that has been really effective. It was a premeditated stroke. He had already made up his mind, and it's not a reverse sweep, it's a complete switch hit where he bats as a left-hander, and there was not a big gap between backward point and the fielder at point on the offside, but he still managed to pierce that and timed it well too. This time he decides to go towards mid-wicket. Has he found the gap? Once again, some work to do by the fielder at deep mid-wicket. He does well, but not before Abdul Basit collects another couple. Excellent over this from Medicam. 10 runs coming out of it. 6 overs completed. Men in blue are 45 for 2.
इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर व मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन, KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर। मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
हम वहाँ
So it's going to be spin from both ends. Bilal Shoaib coming in from the Creek Vista end with 2 right-handers in place. He has been very watchful tonight, Junaid Khalil. He hasn't played a rest stroke so far. He knows he's the skipper. He needs to lead from the front, so he's eyeing a big score maybe tonight. Couldn't really get much in the first 3 outings. And his job has been made slightly easier with Abdul Basit Zaki getting boundaries at the other end. Bilal Shoaib generally has bowled well so far in this DSPL. Not a big turner of the ball as we all know, but he bowls it wicket to wicket, has a really good arm ball. Left arm spinners have been really successful, not only in the T20 format generally, but in this edition of DSPL too. We saw Shahzev of Safe Farmer getting 4 wicket hauls in a couple of games. Fazan Shoaib of NJS Kazin has impressed us a lot. So is Bilal Shoaib, and the youngster Humaid Waqas, who has been a part of Team Ireland. He has bowled generally well as well. Flighting it up, that goes up. Imad Zia Will he take it? He puts it down. Now, would you believe it? It's a wicket keeper with having both the gloves in his hands. He should have taken that one. It was pitched up. It was wide. Abdul Basit Zaki had a wild swing at that, and Himadzi, I just get the feeling he did not even get close to it. It's hardly. It's very rare to see that wicketkeeper pulling those catches down, but that's going to cost them. 7 done is 48 for 2.
जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे
So 48 for 2 after 7. Khizr Irfan continuing with his second. Pulls a full toss, struck nicely, but there is a failure out there at mid-wicket. Junaid Khalil will just get a run. How unfortunate was Bilal Shoaib on the last ball of the previous over when he created that wicket-taking opportunity. That should have been taken. Mazia usually had a pretty decent time with the gloves. And he'll be really disappointed with that effort. You never know how much that's going to cost them in the end, because this was Abdul Basit Zaki we are talking about. That's the other one, which goes away from the right-hander. He just waited for that and made sure that he plays it as late as possible. Single to bring up 50 for Medicam now. Out of 50, 44 runs have come from the bat of these two gentlemen, and out of those 44, majority of the runs have come from Abdul Basit Zaki's bat. Goes for that sweep shot, once again wrapped on the pads, but umpire straight away signaling it was a little too high. He's not going to back himself away from playing those sweep shots, because that's where he scored most of his runs, Junaid Khalil. Abdul Basit Zaki was once again trying that big stroke. He's went all across the turf towards wideish long on region. It was a similar delivery where he got a leading edge on previous over. The length might have been slightly fuller on that occasion. Rajby won't be disappointed with the position they are in right now, but ideally they would have loved to get rid of Abdul Basit Zaki. Once again too close to cut. The ball going straight towards Shayan at point. Excellent stuff this from Khizr Irfan. 4 singles out of it. 8 done. It's 52 for 2.
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી
45 runs added by these two gentlemen. Not coming from the middle of his bat, but he has still somehow managed to hit it wider of mid-wicket region. Won't get more than a single though. Apart from that, one drop catch, the fielding has been on point from Team Rajby. They have set some really high standards so far. Goes for the sweep shot. This time gets it from the middle, but again, the fielder has been out there positioned perfectly because they know that he likes to sweep slightly square of the wicket. There's definitely some turn available. We saw a few balls turning for Khizr Irfan from the other end, but that's because he generally gives a lot of revolutions to the ball. One thing is for sure, Abdul Basit Zaki won't get on the front foot unless and until the delivery is really full in length. Unless and until it's not over pitch, he's not going to look to play those big shots, just like the way he attempted in the last ball of the previous over. He would love to stay on the back foot and place the ball on either side of the wicket. Oh, that's a lovely delivery. It was an arm ball that just came back in and got an inside edge. Was very lucky there, the skipper. Could have easily chopped that onto his stumps, but the ball not just evading the stumps but also going between the keeper's legs. 50 partnership comes up for Medicam. Flighting it up once again, hitting it behind square. Some work to do for square leg, which he's going to do it in the end. Another single for the skipper. They were not that good position, Medicam, and they lost early 2 wickets. But now this partnership has just settled the nerves down. Nicely struck. Some work to do from deep square. Will he be able to cut that one off? He does. Abdul Basit gets another couple. So excellent running between the wickets by these two. 9 overs have now been done and dusted. 8 runs coming out of it. It's 60 for 2.
خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال.
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, एसएससी प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल. 100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो. ग्रो इट, बी अ मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज.
Welcome back after the drinks break. Khazir Irfan continuing with his third. Once again, it's a gentle full toss that could have been put anywhere towards the leg side, but just being able to hit towards long on and gets another single. Well, that has been the pattern of his innings tonight, Junaid Khalil. So far, he has scored 14 of 19 deliveries. We haven't seen a boundary coming from the bat of the skipper, whereas his partner, who has been given a life already, has been dealing in boundaries only. Slightly short, gets it fine. There is no one at 5-leg region. Square leg will have to cut that one off. The ball is just slowing down a bit. They will run 2 in the process. Well, they could have easily come back for the third as well, but I just get the feeling they're preserving their energy. 50 partnership has already been raised by these two batters, and now things are looking slightly better for the men in blue, knowing the fact that they still have a very long batting lineup. Does he? Yeah, he does. Beaten the flight on that one. Abdul Basit caught his left leg out of the way, was just looking to muscle that ball towards the leg side region, but the ball just turning in ever so slightly and hitting the top of leg. So he would have been dismissed slightly earlier, but now they have got rid of him. Couldn't get a big score tonight, but a valuable contribution of 33 from the big man. He walks back after scoring 35 with 65 for 3, Medicam.
We are the petals of the orchid school. We are the petals of the orchid school. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon. We are the orchid school. Orchid school. We are the petals of the orchid school.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर के
Abdul Basit Zaki has been dismissed. Safi Chaudhary walks in at number 5. Mudassir Nafi straight away starting in the slip cordon. Hitting the pass, finger raised! This is excellent stuff from Team Rajby. Another left-hander has been sent back for a golden duck. It was a definite wrong gun. The ball just coming back in after pitching, but just got the feeling might have been angling down the leg side, but since he was standing deep inside the crease, maybe that's why the umpire thought that it might have just brushed through the leg stump. So Safi Chaudhary, who had a pretty decent time in the first 2 matches, has been sent back for a golden duck tonight, and Medicam, well, now they're in a spot of bother. It's 63 for 4.
केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर और मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल हैं बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस टूल्स, चेजर, फूड चेन, KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
So the ball coming up, Khizr Irfan getting 2 out of 2. First getting rid of the dangerous Abdul Basit Zaki, the ball that just turned in and took the top of leg, and then the next one, which was a wrong one to the left-hander, hitting the pad. So Talha at number 6. So many fielders now standing pretty close to the bat. I would have loved to see another fielder at mid-wicket region. It's a lovely delivery. That was another wrong one. He played completely inside the line of that ball and it just turned away fractionally. Could have easily got an outside edge and we could have witnessed the first hat-trick of the DSPL, but not to be. But nevertheless, this has been an exceptional spin of spin bowling from the left-arm spinner. And as we spoke, now there is a fielder standing at mid-wicket. I think it's Bilal Shoaib who has been asked to stand pretty close. Coming onto the front foot, diving it straight back to the bowler. Brilliant over comes to an end from Khizr. Just 3 runs and a couple of wickets out of it. 10 overs completed. And I still get the feeling Men in Red will be slightly happier after the first halfway stage. It's 63 for 4 after 10.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call?
He saw a lovely over from Khizr Irfan where he got 2 wickets and 2 balls. Now Bilal Shoaib, what can he do? He's doing the right thing so far by keeping the ball straight, because when you bowl it in the line of the stumps, you're just waiting for that one mistake from the batter, and as soon as he's going to commit it, either he's going to get bowled or he's going to get trapped in front of the stumps. Junaid Khalil, who was already so watchful, chance of a run out at the non-strikers, and the batter slipped and he is not going to make it at all. Wow. It's all happening out here at DHA Sports Club. Nothing is going in the favour of Team Medicam. He just played it with soft hands. He sent his partner back, but Talha just got the feeling he slipped. Yes, he did, and by the time he had no time to come back and return to the crease. So a pretty soft dismissal at the non-strikers end. They have lost 3 wickets in quick succession now, Team Medicam. Talha is the latest casualty, and Medicam are now 5 down with just 63 on the board.
Call you Rose.
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे, हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे.
So 63 for 5 now. Hassan Nuruddin at number 7. Very explosive batter. Scored some really crucial runs for Team Medicam in that match against Alpha Labs, because of which they were able to go past 150. Tonight they need all those runs once again, because you normally don't see Medicam in such a position at 63 for 5. Captain is still battling hard, still searching for his first boundary. He has been out there since the start of the innings, and he has seen all the 5 wickets falling at the other end. Hitting it hard, chance for mid-wicket, will he take it? Well, he doesn't even attempt to go for that one. Just got the feeling he judged it. He was just waiting for the ball to come closer to him, but in the end just pulled out of it. There you see, just stopping in the end. Could have easily taken a step or two forwards, and that would have been straight down to his throat, but just pulled out of it in the end. And well, you never know in these situations. All the opposition need is just one big innings. Would have been more trouble for Medicam if they had lost their skipper in that fashion. Well, he was looking to get on the front foot but stayed back. Excellent stuff from Bilal Shoaib. Just one run and we saw a wicket going down because of the run out at the non-strikers end. 11 done, and the scoring rate has just halted a bit for Medicam because now they are at 64 for 5. So we have seen 3 wickets going down for Team Medicam in the last couple of overs. Khizr Irfan was the one who started all the damage when he picked up a couple of wickets. And then we saw Talha getting run out in the previous over. So Medicam, who were at one stage thinking that they can easily go past 150 or 160 when Abdul Basit Zaki was batting beautifully, but now they'll have to rethink their strategy. Goes for the sweep shot this time, the skipper. Just gets it wider of mid-on. Mohib Suleiman throwing it at the non-striker's end, but he's going to come back for a couple. And now they have taken a batting power play as well. They know Hassan Nuruddin likes to take on the bowlers. He's pretty expressive, pretty explosive, so if he wants to score runs as quickly as possible, he needs to make use of the batting power play. Just 2 fielders out there in the deep, square leg and mid-wicket. Nicely timed this time. Some more work to do from Mohib Suleiman. Just gets a bed bounce, and because of that, once again we'll see the captain getting 2 runs. He's been bowling really well so far, Khizr Irfan. I just get the feeling his length should be slightly more full. No matter if he is attempting that wrong one or perfect Chinaman, just need to bowl slightly fuller in length. Because the shorter he's going to bowl, the more time the batter is going to get, so that he can just position himself and play down that long along the line. A fielder has been taken off from the offside and positioned towards mid-wicket, where the 2 scoring shots were played in the first 2 balls of this over. Chance! Will it be taken? Just out of reach. Well, that plan almost worked for Rajby, because mid-wicket was inside. Junaid Khalil once again looking to turn that ball on the leg side, go the leading edge, and to tell you what, it was just inches away from the outstretched hands of that fielder at mid-wicket. going at 6 and over, but they have lost 5 wickets. Medicam. Still no changes to the field though. Well, does he get a leading edge to that one, or did the ball just turn away from him? He's going to come back for a couple nevertheless. We'll have to wait for the umpire signal. No signal, so there was definitely some bat involved. That's why we have always been mentioning it's never easy for the new batter to straight away go against the spin, especially when the spinner has this ability to turn the ball both ways. Slightly fuller, tries to go straight, chance for mid-off, will it be taken? It is taken! Excellent stuff from Khizr Irfan, that's his third of the night. That's why we mentioned if you're going to bowl it fuller, you'll get more rewards. Hassan Nuruddin attempting that big stroke down the ground, getting from the toe end of the bat, and no mistake done from the fielder at mid-off, so big wicket goes down for now Medicam. They are 6 down with 71 on the board.
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, एसएससी प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल. %100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो. ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज.
.71 for 6. It's the last ball of the spell for Khizr Irfan. It's a low full toss, but he was appealing for something, but I just get the feeling there was some glove involved, so there was no way the umpire could have raised his finger on that one, but what a spell we have just witnessed from Khizr Irfan. 3 wickets for just 25 in a spell of 4, and single-handedly he has pushed Medicam on the back foot, who are at now 72 for 6 after 12.
Of the Orchid School, we are the pupils of the Orchid School. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon.
We are the Orchid School!
Orchid School, we are the pupils of the Orchid School.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार. चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी. हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना. हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार.
.72 for 6. The spinners have done a brilliant job so far for Team Rajby. We saw 3 wickets being picked up by Khizr Irfan, and now Bilal Shoaib into his last. Remember, it's the power play that is in progress. Sohaib is the new man in. And I just get the feeling after this one we might see some more spin. And they've got some options for that as well. They've got Munib Javed as well, the off spinner. Yeah, I just get the feeling he hasn't bowled so far, but he'll definitely get to bowl after this over. The captain Mudassir Nafiz yet to take the ball in his hand, so plenty of options available for Rajby. But ideally they would love to see another wicket going down after this, in this over especially, because it's the last over from Bilal. Goes for a big hit, gets it in the gap, just the captain. It will definitely go past the boundary ropes, and surprisingly that's the first boundary from the bat of Junaid Khalil, coming into the 13th over of the innings. That's the shot that he loves to play. He knew the mid-wicket and mid-on were both inside the 30-yard circle, and he likes that sweep shot. Bilal Shoaib, well, that's the first boundary that he has conceded. Rajby is still hoping that they can bowl out the opposition cheaply. While ideally they'll be hoping that they can restrict Medicam to 105 or 110. Short and wide. Slight misfield. Will still get a run though. With Shayan Arfin out there at backward point. He did well to just stop the pace behind that ball. Now there is a fielder out there, a deep mid-wicket and long gone. Gets his man! An arm delivery once again. Mohammad Zohaib just looking to give himself a bit of room, exposed his stance, and the ball just angling back in, crashing into the off. So Bilal Shoaib finally gets his first wicket, that too in his last over. Mohammad Zohaib will be walking back to the dugout as well. It's all going downhill now for Team Medicam, who are without the services of their regular batters. They are now at 78 for 7.
ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर व मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन, KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें। फलक मार्केटिंग।
Who is going to steady the ship of the men in blue? They are 78 for 7. The only positive about their batting is the skipper, who is still out there at the non-strikers end. And now he has been joined by Daniel Tahir. I'm pretty sure he wasn't expecting to bat tonight, because his primary job is to bowl with the new ball. But now with his side being 78 for 7, he had to make his way out there at number 9. Oh, that's a lovely ball once again. Does he get another one? Yes, he does. That's a cracker of a ball from Bilal once again. This time the ball just coming back in. Daniel Tahir had no clue whatsoever. He just raised his leg, and in the process the ball just crashing onto the stumps. What is happening for Team Medicam? All of a sudden the pitch has started to turn a lot. It's 78 for 8 after 13. Well, the third umpire has just been asked to confirm whether the wicketkeeper disturbed the bails or whether the ball hit the stumps.
सही आउट है.
This will give us a clear idea, complete idea of as to what actually happened on that delivery. Now, none of us were expecting the ball to come in that great deal, and you can clearly see there was a big gap, at least a feet gap between the gloves and the stumps, and the ball just clipping the bails and then going past the wicketkeeper. So that's another wicket for Bilal Shoaib, getting his 2 in the last over. Daniel Tahir, another batter who went back to the dugout without even troubling the scorers, and probably for the very first time in so many years, we are seeing Medicam at 78 for 8 and on a verge of getting bowled out without even scoring 100 tonight.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
So that batting power play clearly working for Team Rajby as they managed to pick up 3 wickets in the last 2 overs. Now the captain Mudassir Nafees has taken the ball. 5 fielders are back to the boundary ropes. The captain is still on strike. Junaid Khalil, 25 or 28 for him. Plays it down the leg side, but he denies that single. He wants to stay at the crease for as much time as possible now because he thinks that he can do all the runs by himself. He doesn't trust his partner, I guess, but I just get the feeling he's going to play 3 or 4 deliveries and might get off strike for the 5th or the 6th delivery so that he can stay on the crease at the start of next over. But once again, they still have almost 7 overs remaining. That's 42 deliveries. They cannot afford to do for the remaining 7 overs. Pulls it slightly shorter, gets it towards fine leg, and that's a pretty good move from the skipper Mudassir Nafees. He knows that there are so many runs that have been scored in that region, so he has just blocked that thing out. Even if he gets an inside edge or he tries to go for that sweep shot, he's got that angle covered with a fielder at square leg and a fine leg. So they're blocking every run for Medicam. Plays that one up in the air, gets it in the gap. It's not going to go all the way for 4. They are going to look to come back for a couple. There is a throw at the non-striker's end and he misses. It was a decent throw out there from the fielder at mid-wicket. Mudassir Nafees, all he needed to do was to just gather that one and he could have easily taken the bails off. Got to him at a pretty decent height, but just going between his hands and going between the legs. Could have been 9 down, Medicam. Won't go for a single once again. Junaid Khalil, he knows he cannot afford to expose his partner at the striker's end. (27 of 32). Now 27 runs have been scored by Junaid Khalil. 35 were scored by Abdul Basit. It's a low full toss. Gets it away towards deep square. Will just get a single. So out of 80, Well, now out of 81, 63 runs have been scored by two batters, that is Junaid Khalil and Abdul Basit Zaki, and the remaining batters have only managed to score 19 runs. Must be some sort of a record, this. We saw at least three batters going out cheaply without even troubling the scorers. That was Danish Rehan, Safiq Chaudhary and Daniel Tahir. A straighter one. Misses is all together. Just 3 runs coming in the opening over from the skipper. 14 done. Medicam are 81 for 8.
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे, हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे.
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને, એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો, એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને, એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો, ઓ વાહ
ખેવૈયા ઓ ખેવૈયા يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب.
.81 for 8 after 14. Time for some spin. Once again, it's Muneeb Javed into the attack. Well, Junaid Khalil was expecting that he can get at least 2 out of that sweep shot, but just got a single. And now his partner, who is technically a tail-ender, will have to face the remaining deliveries. Now, ideally, more fielders should be standing inside the ring to block that single. Stays outside the off stump. Gets away with that, Muneeb Javed, because that was well as high. So even Munib Javed gets a surprising wicket. Sliding delivery, the ball not turning a great deal, but comfortably hitting the top of off. And once again, it's Junaid Khalil. I think he's going to carry his bat tonight. The skipper coming from to open the innings and staying out there where he has seen all the 9 wickets going down from the other end. Rahim walks back, and Medicam are 84 for 9.
وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال.
मेरी बेयर मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बेयर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बेयर ऑयल, एसएससी प्रोफेशनल बेयर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल. 100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो. ग्रो इट, बी अ मैन. प्रोफेशनल सीरीज.
So 84 for 9, and probably for the very first time in this tournament, Medicam are on a verge of getting bowled out completely without even facing their full 20 overs. Well, they still have 5 overs remaining. The captain is still out there. He has now been joined by Seba Nuruddin. Hitting on the pads, and this time the umpire is going to raise his finger, so the skipper gets his opposite number. And unfortunately, Junaid Khalil won't be able to carry his bat as he's the last man to be dismissed. Missed a low full toss and he knew it straight away. So every bowler has taken a wicket at least tonight for Rajby, and Medicam have been crushed. They have been bundled out for just 84. With the skipper going back to the dugouts, the last man to fall for 30 tonight.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर व मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल हैं बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे। हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे।
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો।
ખેવૈયા ઓ ખેવૈયા يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال।
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SSC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल। 100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अभी ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो। ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज।
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर व मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल हैं बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे। हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे।
એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને। એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને, ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો ગોતી લો।
ખેવૈયા ઓ ખેવૈયા يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال।
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, SSC प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल। %100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अब ये ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो। ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज।
So welcome back from DHA Sports Club Moin Khan Academy for the second innings in this match number 17 of Straight Traders presents Daily Saudagran Premier League Season 6 powered by Mehran Town Properties. Just 85 is what Team Rajby need to get so that they can continue with their winning streak. Danish Rehan with the new ball. Shayan Arfin is going to face the first one. He's out there opening the innings alongside his regular opening partner Munib Javed, who has had a pretty quiet tournament so far. Dot in the first game, just a single in the second match against Globe Child, but tonight he will be hoping that he can get some runs under his belt. Short and wide slapped, misfield from extra cover. That's what you expect from Mohammad Zohaib. That's going to crash through the boundary ropes. First runs on the board for Rajby Industries. Saw a horrible batting performance from Medicam in the first innings. Yes, they were without the services of their regular batters, talking about Umar Loya and Umar Chawala, but apart from that, at least they could have easily played their full 20 overs and they could have put up a fight with scoring 120 or 130 at least, but we saw just two batters entering the double figures in the side, bundling out for just 84. Out of 84, 65 runs were scored collectively by Abdul Basit Zaki and Junaid Khalid. The remaining 19 runs came from the other batters. And that also included so many extra runs that were given early on in the innings. So Medicam will definitely have to think about their bench strength. If they are without the services of their one or two regular players, this is what can happen to them. But take no credit away from the way Rajby bowled tonight. Similar delivery. Once again the ball going towards backward point. Shayan Arfin has middled almost everything so far. Has already struck a boundary because of the misfield from Zohaib at extra cover. Mid wicket and long gone in place for Danish Rehan, the left arm orthodox who generally bowls with the new ball. Couldn't go for the single, so just a boundary coming in the opening over. It's 4 for none. Rajby.
We are the petals of the orchid school. We are the petals of the orchid school. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We believe we achieve, working hard we receive. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon. We will touch the stars, it will happen soon.
So 4 for none after the first over. Just 81 required by Rajby Industries. Munib Javed will be on strike as Daniel Tahir gets set to bowl his first over with the new ball. Not only did they change their batting order tonight, Team Medicam, but even their glove man, because Abdul Basit Zaki is standing at mid-off. He's not standing behind the stumps. It's a big game for Munib Javed. He needs to score some runs with the bat tonight. The fact that his side has performed so well collectively that his low scores have been overshadowed so far, but everything can change in a matter of a game. As a batter, when you're batting at the top of the order, especially when you're opening the innings, you are supposed to score runs, and that too very quickly. Goes for the big shot. There is a fielder down there at long gone. He's going to get off the mark with a single though. Net run rate won't be an issue for this qualification scenario for Rajby or Team Medicam. Remember, Medicam are already through with 3 wins out of 3 games. Rajby, if they manage to win this one, they will definitely go through as well. In fact, they have already gone through. The other team, that is Alpha Labs, it's just going to determine which side is going to finish at top of the points table. Driven nicely. Excellent timing and placement from Shayan Arfin. That's going to race away past the boundary ropes. Yes, it does. Eventually it does. It was fuller. It was a half volley. Just getting closer to the pitch of the ball, planting his left leg forwards and just blasting it on the offside. There was a attempt to stop that ball from Abdul Basit Zaki. There was a slide too, but the ball just going out of his reach and touching the boundary ropes. So, couple of boundaries for Shayan Arfin at the start of the innings. Well, he has definitely come out here with an intent. He must be feeling really confident because he has been amongst the runs for the men in red at the top of the order. Although his strike rate at the start of the innings is not that good, but he generally builds on in his innings, and that has proven to be really effective for Rajby. Comes down the track. It is slightly uppish, but doesn't get it through mid-wicket. He wants to finish this as early as possible. I think that's a good move too, because if it's a low target, there is no need to stretch this game till 15th or 16th over even, because 85 can still be chased down within 10 overs. Slightly shorter, not getting from the middle of the bat, but he'll still fetch a run towards square leg. Now Medicam were without the services of their middle order premier batter Umar Chawla tonight. Umar Loya still not back in the squad. He hasn't still joined Medicam in this DSPL. So technically speaking, they were just without their 2 set batters, and Abdul Basit Zaki might have joined them late tonight, because of which he came out to bat at number 4. But at least then they could have at least go 120 or 130, because it's a much recognized team, most consistent team down the leg side, but nicely kept by the keeper. Will be given as a wide. We saw so many extra runs given to Medicam when they were batting in the first innings. Both Gibran Saeed and Mohib Sulaiman took the new ball. They got a wicket early in their spell, but they still kept on giving away so many extra runs to the opposition, and even then Medicam couldn't capitalize on those. Hits it hard, hits it past the bowler, but couldn't get it past Abdul Basit Zaki at mid-off. So the over done, 2 overs. It's Rajby are 11 for none.
Orchid School. We are the daughters of the Orchid School.
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना, हर दिल चाहे बस छू।
Danish Rehan to continue with his second over. This time just jabbed it towards the offside and rushing for a single. Good communication already between the two batters. We saw on so many occasions, even in the previous over, Shayan Arfin striking the ball on the offside and wanted to go for a single, but Munib Javed sent him back. But this time he answered the call and got to the striker's end. Hit hard, gets it in the gap. Is this going to be the first boundary of Munib Javed's innings? It says, is it going to be? It is. Not only his first boundary of the game, but his first boundary of the tournament. I tell you what, it wasn't that short of a lane. It was slightly wide, but he stayed on the back foot and just caressed that one past extra cover. These are clear signs that they're looking to finish it as early as possible. Although there are 4 fielders starting pretty close on the offside, they've got extra cover, point, backward point. And Danish Rehan strays that one down the leg side, so one more run will be added. It's not a big target they are defending tonight, Medicam, so at least they were hoping that they can pick up a wicket or two very early in the batting power play and get the opposition on the back foot. But that's not going to be happening. That's not going to be the case. That one has gone sailing over Longon's head. Not a great deal of turn available for Danish Rehan, and he is slightly short of confidence. But not only him, but the whole Medicam side is so short of confidence that you can hardly hear any sound from the fielders. That was not pitched up entirely, but Munib Javed showing his strength, showing his class. .62 now needed. Make that 58. Well, you can't even blame the fielder. It might be slowing down a bit. Zohaib is after that ball. He's going to be able to cut that one off. But did they run? I just get the feeling they didn't. In fact, they did run too. Well, he timed it so beautifully that all of us thought he's going to go past the boundary ropes, but the ball just stopped down a bit towards the end of the ground, and that allowed Zohaib to just come in and cut that one off. Now there is deep extra cover and long gone. No deep mid wicket in place. Powerfully struck, but straight towards mid-off. It's good to see Munib Javed back in runs. You need your top order to fire, especially going into the next round. He goes for another one. Gets it wider of long on. That might go all the way for 6 as well. The umpires would love to have a word with the long on fielder, and the arms are aloft. It was a flatter hit this time from Munib, and he made sure that he hit it straight enough. No chance for the fielder at long on to cut that one off. Couple of sixes and a boundary of the over from Danish. 3 overs done. Rajby are racing along at 31 for none.
बोलो एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार. ये किलकारियाँ जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं.
So 31 for none after 3. 1 over still remains in the batting power play. Driven on the offside. Beautiful piece of timing and placement. Once again, the ball is just slowing down towards deep extra cover region, and I just get the feeling it's going to be pulled back by the skipper, but not before both these batters run another 3. He's looking in really good touch, Shayan. He has been in scintillating form with the bat at the top of the order. He just missed out on a half century the other night against Globe Tiles when he was dismissed on 47, but he has provided some really good contributions for Rajby, because of which they have been able to chase down targets on both the occasions prior to this game. And I just get the feeling, in fact, it's pretty ominous now that they will end up chasing down the remaining 51 runs tonight as well. Unless and until we see a major collapse. This time it's Munib Javed who crashes that one, but now the extra cover fielder, the skipper himself, is standing almost at the edge of the inner ring. rushing through the pads. There is fine leg in place. Leg by signal by the on-field umpire. He was just looking to blast that one towards the onside. There are big gaps available on the leg side. You can see the fielder at deep mid-wicket where Mohammad Zuhaib is positioned and a fielder out there at long on. No one out there on the offside. Square leg is pretty vacant. Daniel usually gets that swing into the right-handers. Nicely struck, really nicely struck from Shayan, helping the ball on its way, finding those gaps at will. They're just toying with the field so far, both these openers, as if they know where exactly the fielders are positioned. Playing the ball on its merit and making sure that they time it well enough as well. We saw Bilal Shoaib and Khizr Irfan putting up a show tonight with the ball in their hands, and now the openers are doing the job single-handedly. 17 of 12 for Shayan. Munib Javed 19 of 10 deliveries. Not only they are looking very confident, but look at their strike rate. Shot pulled in the gap. Consecutive boundaries for Shayan. Oozing in confidence right now, both these right-handed openers. What a power play this is turning out to be for Rajby. They have hardly put a foot wrong tonight, men in red. And this is turning out to be an unforgettable or a disastrous performance from Team Medicam. "12 of the over already with the ball to go. Better line, better length. Melly can afford to play that .1. 4 overs done. What an eventful power play that has been for Rajby. They have scored 43 without losing a single wicket in it.
इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस टूल्स, चेजर, फूड चेन, KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेस। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें। फलक मार्केटिंग।
So 43 for none after 4 overs. We were expecting both these openers to go for the batting power play, but I just get the feeling they're going to see one more over before they opt for that. Safir Chaudhary has now been given the ball, the left arm seamer. Got out on a golden duck tonight when he was trapped right in front against Khizr Irfan because of that lovely wrong gun. Defended 22 in the second match for Team Medicam against Al Falabs. Tonight's a different story where the opposition just needing 42 more to win. Well, Munib Javed just got a little anxious there. He wanted to go for that big hit, and the length was there as well. Got a really good action, Safir Chaudhary. Not a big run up, but he's got that jump. He reminds you a lot of Junaid Khan, the left arm pacer that served Pakistan cricket. Nicely clobbered, but straight to mid-on. He did deserve a few more runs out of that stroke, but that came from the middle of his blade. So mid-on is still up. There is long off in place. Deep mid-wicket, deep square, third man, and deep extra cover. Slower delivery, nicely worked away towards vacant mid-wicket region as he gets up the striker's end. Look at the run rate. Almost touching 10, and the required run rate 103. Well, Medicam, it's the last match of the league stages, so they're still going to go through to the next round. Just opening the face of the bat. Couldn't get it past backward point, but still will get a single. Although there is a throw at the non-strikers end, but he's going to get there comfortably. So if Medicam go on to lose this one, and Rajby go on to lose their next one against Alpha Lab, so then we'll have a situation where 3 teams will have 3 victories each. And it's going to be really interesting as who is going to finish at the top, obviously depending on their net run rate. Nicely struck, gets it over mid-on, one bounce and into the fence. Brutal power on display here from Munib Javed. Tell you what, when he's on song, he can take any attack to the cleaners. So far it's proving to be his night tonight. That stroke has forced the captain to make one more change in the field. Now the mid-on goes back to long on, square leg comes inside, third man once again goes back. He goes straight, he launches that one, and mid-on, who was sent back to long on, can just be a spectator because that ball has landed outside the ground. A boundary and a 6 to finish the over. 50 also comes up for Team Rajby, who are now just 30 runs away of yet another victory here tonight. 5 done is 55 for none.
Can I call you Rose? 'Cause you're sweet like a flower in bloom. Can I call you Rose?
.55 for no wicket. Time for another bowling change. The captain has come in to bowl himself. Junaid Khalil. Nicely struck by Shayan. He does the right thing by giving strike back to Munib Javed, who has been just dealing in boundaries and maximum so far. We've seen him hitting 3 sixes so far in his innings, to go with a couple of boundaries as well. Just 29 runs needed by the men in red to register their 3rd victory on the trot in this DSPL Season 6. Well, he was eyeing for the big one once again, just had to check his shot in the end. Can laugh about it, the skipper. Now Danish Rehan standing at square leg. No one at fine leg still. Comes down the wicket. Thrashes that one towards long on. There'll hardly be any difficulty so far for these two openers. They have come out with a definite plan, and so far everything is going in their favour. So every plan has worked for Rajby tonight. Every bowling change, the field setting, and the skipper And the only thing that was not going in their favor was Munib Javed not scoring runs at top of the order, but that problem has been sorted out as well. The umpires are just having a word with the wicket keeper, I guess. Well, that has been given as a no ball, maybe, because the ball might have pitched outside the playing turf. So that was a no ball, and Shayan Arfin will get to play a free hit. He shuffled across the stumps. The wicketkeeper was completely blindfolded by the movement of Shayan Arfin. He bowled it down the leg side, so they're going to get 3 more runs out of that. It's all going to add up in the scorecard of Rajby, who now are just 24 runs away from a memorable victory. Well, it's going to be the first victory by 10 wickets if they can manage to chase the remaining runs without losing any wicket. Comes round the track, takes it on the full toss. Nicely done by Safir Chaudhary at deep square leg. But the throw was not a good one, so they're going to come back for a second. All the hard work that he did to stop that ball from going to the boundary ropes was undone because of that horrible throw. Shuffled across, gets it past square leg. That will go past the boundary ropes. There is no one to stop that one. They're just toying with the field. This is just bread and butter for these openers. Look at how much time he had so that he could just get into an awkward position. He wasn't that comfortable. His balance wasn't correct, but since there was no pace behind that ball whatsoever, he could have easily worked that one away. Now he comes down the wicket, gets it over square leg. That's going to be a 6! It's a flat hit from Shayan Arfin. Came down the wicket. It was a half tracker from the skipper. Still, he managed to pick that one up to the vacant square leg region, and that went over the boundary ropes comfortably. So 73 for none it is after 6, with Rajby just now needing 12 more to win. And I wouldn't be surprised if both these openers will go for the batting power play for the next 2 overs.
हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे, ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे, हम वहाँ जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे.
The batting power play has been taken, which is going to be of the next 2 overs, but I just get the feeling the fashion in which these 2 openers have come out and scored runs, just 1 over is going to be enough for Munib Javed and Shayan Arfin. Forget about the competition between Medicam and Rajby. There is a competition going on between the 2 openers. SM Shoaib starts off with a shorter one, thrashed, literally thrashed by Munib Javed. None of the fielders on the offside bother even moving as he starts the over with yet another boundary. Well, the sound of the bat, you could clearly sense that the ball is going to end in one way, that is towards the boundary ropes. So just 8 runs away now, Rajby. It can be all over in the next 2 deliveries. Oh, he had a go at that one, got an inside edge, doesn't get it from the middle of the bat, but will still get a run towards square leg. Munib Javed was not scoring runs at top of the order. That problem has been sorted out. Shayan Arfeen's strike rate at the start of the innings was a little low, but he's striking at 150, hitting the pads but angling down the leg side. Medicam will be breathing a sigh of relief that they were coming into this game after 3 victories on the trot. Similar delivery. Once again, the ball just hitting the pads. Just getting a little carried away, I guess. Shayan, because he knows there is no one out there at deep square leg, so he's just looking to play that big shot over his head. Low full toss. He smashed that one. He has literally taken that one off the legs and has deposited that one over the boundary ropes. And he also entered into the 40s now. Shayan Arfeen. So just 1 run away now. And he's going to get there easily. Another pickup shot over square leg. That's going to be a boundary, and that is it. Rajby have managed to chase down target of 85, and they have done it within 8 overs. First victory, first team to get a victory by 10 wickets in this edition of DSPL. And Rajby are marching along. They're one of the favourites to win the tournament at the end of the final, but what a performance this has been from the openers. Munib Javed scoring 36 of 19 deliveries, and Shayan Arfeen just facing 24 for his 47. In the end, the openers were just too good and too hot to handle for the Medicam bowlers. 5 bowlers used, and all of them went to journey. Danish Rehan giving away 24 in his 2. Daniel Tahir leaking 18. Safi Chaudhary just bowling 1 over where he was put away for 12. The skipper went for 18, and SM Shoaib giving away 17 runs in his 5 deliveries. A comprehensive victory tonight once again for Rajby, who were once again simply outstanding with the ball, bowling out the opposition for just 84, and in the end chasing it down within 8 overs.
એનો પ્રવાસી ગોતી લો એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને એના સામને ઠેકાણા મને દઈ દો ને એવો કોણ છે ખલાસી મને કહી દો ને ગોતી લો તમે ગોતી લો
Kevaya, oh Kevaya. يا إلهي أنت ربي خلقتني من تراب وأنا على عهدك ووعدك أدعو إليك في كل حال
मेरी बियर्ड मेरा स्टाइल, मेरा बियर ऑयल प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल, एसएससी प्रोफेशनल बियर ऑयल एंड मुस्टैच ऑयल। %100% नेचुरल ग्रोथ और प्रोफेशनल बियर्ड के लिए अब ये ऐप डाउनलोड करो या वेबसाइट खोलो। ग्रो इट, बी ए मैन, प्रोफेशनल सीरीज।
सिमट आया है पूरे घर का प्यार, जब घर आया है घर का स्टार। चेहरों पर खुशियां ही खुशियां हैं सारी, सब बांटने को तैयार है माँ की जिम्मेदारी। हर चीज को खूब परखना, हर कदम फूंक फूंक के रखना। हर दिल चाहे बस छू लूं एक बार, आपका बेबी है घर का स्टार। ये किलकारियां जब दिल को छू जाएं, एक नर्म मुलायम एहसास जगाएं। इसीलिए मदर केयर के साथ बेबी को मिले वही केयर, वही प्यार जो माँ चाहे। मदर केयर, योर बेबीज बेस्ट फ्रेंड।
शहर कराची के दिल गुलिस्तान जौहर हबीब यूनिवर्सिटी के नजदीक मेगा मॉल, जहां मशहूर मारूफ ब्रांड्स की आमद का सिलसिला तेजी से जारी है, जिसमें शामिल है बुनंजा सतरंगी, आइडियाज, सर्विस शूज, चेजर, फूड चेन, KFC। मेगा मॉल पेश करता है कॉर्पोरेट ऑफिसेज। सिर्फ 50% अदायगी पर मजीद मालूमात के लिए राब्ता करें फलक मार्केटिंग।
जाके वापस नहीं आएंगे ढूंढते ढूंढते लोग थक जाएंगे हम वहां जाके
It's time for the post-match presentation ceremony of the match number 17 of Straight Traders presents Daily Saudagran Premier League Season 6, powered by Marathon Properties. The first defeat of the tournament for Team Medicam, and that too by 10 wickets, and none other side could have done it other than Team Rajby. I've got Junaid Khalil, the skipper of Team Medicam, with me. Junaid bhai, was there some party to attend for Team Medicam after this game because of which you were in so hurry?
After this badly lost, I don't think so anybody can attend any party. Actually, we were short of a lot of players, a lot of our frontline players, and they actually took last win as an excuse that they have to attend weddings. Umar has to attend a wedding, plus he was not feeling very well. Abdullah Nawab has to go somewhere else. So, like, overall, it's a bad game for us, and inshallah we'll come back very strongly. But all credit goes to Rajby. They played very well, they bowled very well, they field very well, and in fact when they come for the batting, we were not expecting that kind of a destruction for us, but today I think it's a very, very bad day for us.
The first 3 matches did go in your favor, but now you have a chance in the next round.
Yeah, inshallah we'll try to come back very strongly, and I'll hope like all our players will come back and they start, gelling together and try to support the team, and let's hope the result will be different, inshallah.
All the best, Junaid bhai. And now Mudassir, you couldn't have asked for a better performance from your players. It was just one thing that was blocking you, that was Muneeb Javed's performance, but even he was amongst the runs tonight.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम. ऐसे ही है. पहले तो बॉलर्स का हेड्स ऑफ जिस तरह से इन्होंने मेडिकेम की बैटिंग लाइन को डिस्टर्ब किया. अनफॉर्चुनेटली इनके प्लेयर्स नहीं थे. हमारे लिए तो फॉर्चुनेट था कि इनके मेन प्लेयर्स नहीं थे, बट फिर भी हम इतना लो स्कोरिंग मैच नहीं टारगेट कर रहे थे. हमारा कोशिश यही था कि हम कम से कम रन स्कोर पे जो है रिस्ट्रिक्ट करें, बट हैट्स ऑफ टू द बॉलर्स. और उस तरह से अगेन मुनीब आपने देखा पिछले 2 मैचेस में परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाया. पिछले सीज़न में भी बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म नहीं कर पाया. बस उसके हमारे लिए यही था कि यार उसका बैट खुले किसी तरह. अगेन वी टुक अ चांस टू सेंड हिम एन ओपनर. तो टीम तो राज़ी नहीं थी, बट अगेन उसका एक कॉन्फिडेंस हमें देना ज़रूरी था कि यार नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, जाओ खेलो अपना गेम खेलो और कम बैक अनडिफीटेड. तो जिस तरह से शहान आपने देखा पिछले 2 मैचेस में भी पार्टनरशिप जिस तरह से लगाई है, तो हैट्स ऑफ टू देम. इंशाल्लाह आगे वाले मैचेस में हमें आसानी होगी मज़ीद. और जब अगेन मेडिकेम के साथ आप खेलते हैं तो आप एक अच्छा मैच एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं और आप सीखने को मिलता है. इट्स अ ग्रेट टीम. इंशाल्लाह इससे बेहतर करने की कोशिश करेंगे नेक्स्ट मैचेस में.
जैसे भाई एक मैच और है, और अब तक आपकी एक ऐसी कंसिस्टेंट ऐसी टीम है जो लगातार 3 मैचेस चेस करते हुए जीती आ रही, जो हमने देखा काफ़ी मुश्किल है. तो और कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा अगले मैच के लिए जाना, एंड यू हैव अ चांस ऑफ फिनिशिंग एट द टॉप ऑफ द पॉइंट्स टेबल.
गेम प्लान यही है कि टेबल पे टॉप करें ताकि आगे हमारे लिए आसानी हो सेकंड राउंड के अंदर. नेक्स्ट मैच हमारा बिल्कुल बाकी है, बट अल्फा इज़ अगेन अ गुड टीम, तो कोशिश करेंगे कि उनको भी डिफीट करें.
All the best, Mudassir bhai. All the best, Junaid bhai. Now coming on to the prize distribution ceremony, the first award is for the best batter of the game award, and no surprises, it's going to go to Shayan Arfin once again for scoring 47 runs, and this time with a very good strike rate. He's going to be given a perfume from me. The next award is for the best bowler of the match, and it goes to a left-arm spinner for picking up a couple of wickets, that too in his last over. This is Bilal Shoaib. Even Bilal will get a perfume from me for being the best bowler of the game. And now the big award, the man of the match award for picking up 3 wickets and a catch tonight. It's another left-arm spinner, Khizr Irfan, who will be the man of the match. He will be given a cash prize of 10,000 rupees from Alpha Labs. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you so much, Mudassir bhai and Junaid bhai. That's it from the presentation. We'll be back tomorrow for the next game. Till then, it's me, Zishan Khalid, signing off. Allah Hafiz.